Alright. Hello everybody. Jade Arrow back again with game 2 between Hera and Rayne. Once again, it is a Hun war. These guys played a few of these today. Just Hun war mirror matches on Arabia, the classic of all Age of Empires. And Hera is to the south of the map in the green, and Rayne is to the north in the blue. And these are very typical maps, I guess you would say, for Arabia. I guess Hera's is a bit more open, and Rayne's is slightly more closed, but these are pretty typical. Actually, Rayne's really isn't. Rayne's is very wallable, actually, but as I said in the previous video, these guys don't really like walling that much, so they just tend to avoid it. But Rayne's is pretty safe with these wood lines. He got very fortunate with them. Now, his wood lines are forward, and he does this little one in the back that he's gone to, but his main goal's forward. However, his other one is very well protected with this happy little wood line here. Actually, it's not a happy little wood line. It's actually a fairly large wood line on Arabia. This is more like his happy little wood line in the back. And Rayne forgot to set his gather points and sent another villager over to shoot that boar. Oopsies! But he's gonna bring that boar in right as that sheep runs out of food. And Hera's base, he does have this back wood line. His other wood lines are forward, and once again, he is in a basin with hills surrounding his base. And probably play this a bit differently after what happened in the first game, where he tried to go up to Castle Age relatively quick, and it completely came back to bite him, and he lost his entire army, he lost control of his economy, yet somehow managed to fix it and put up a fight. But we'll see how he plays it this time. He's got a scout here because he does not, or Rayne does not want Hera to lame that boar, and it's also pretty far out, so he was just going to block it somewhat with his scout just so it wouldn't kill that villager. And Rayne just going to save her in time. Okay, good. And Hera bringing his second boar in, and pushing in some deer. Rayne's deer are, they're not too far away, I guess. And where did that deer even come from Hera? Did he really push it from all the way out here? Dang. Never mind, Hera's deer are pretty far away. And he pushed in one, and then decided, nah, he doesn't want to deal with that. So he's run out with his scout to just look around in Rayne's space, see what's up. And he's going to see these wood lines. And it's going to be a bit annoying to deal with, seeing as Rayne can just put up his barracks, archer range stable on the front and make a makeshift wall with those buildings. This wood line from Rayne. This is the problem with these thinner wood lines, is especially against the Huns, where they're basically guaranteed to go archers at some point. The archers can just sit here and shoot over the wood lines. Now, Rayne could put a tower here, or he could play more aggressively, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But this wood line and the front part of this other wood line are very exposed to archers. And it's going to be kind of annoying to deal with as we get into Castle Age and have a very likely chance of seeing a cavalry archer. Actually, we're guaranteed to see either cavalry archer or crossbow. It's gonna happen. I've never seen a Hun game where that doesn't happen. That's not true. It's basically guaranteed with Huns. And there's the stable from Rayne. There's the stable from Hera. Super standard stuff. There's a lot more villagers on the wood for Hera, Rayne. A few villagers. A couple villagers behind. But really similar stuff. And scouts are going to be coming out. And I know Hera has scouted Rayne's base, but that's about all he's scouted. Which is really all he needs to scout at this point in the game. But what has Rayne seen? Rayne really doesn't know a whole lot about Hera's base. He knows enough, really. He sees the gold on the front, and he sees the wood line. He sees the lumber camp, so he's seen enough. But that is very basic scouting from him. And Rayne preemptively sending his spearmen over to this wood line just because it's so vulnerable, and Hera expects that, so he's gonna run around to the back. Rayne expects that, so he's got his scouts back here to defend. And gonna get one villager, and gonna pay for it with a scout. So that puts Rayne up in military. And what is Hera doing? Okay, I was gonna say, I haven't seen him make any scouts, but he sent them forward. And they're equal on upgrades, which is to say none. Haven't had the resources to get upgrades yet, but as soon as these guys can, they're going to be getting bloodlines. And Hera's just going to stay on this hill. There's really no reason to go down. And he's going to get a few hits off on the top of this hill. Could kill a scout here. And 2 scouts on half HP. And the other ones are fairly healthy. Actually got 3 scouts on half HP. There's the archer range for Rayne. He's gotten to gold, so he's going to be getting bloodlines. And start with the archers. Double archer range for Hera. Same thing for him. Can almost afford bloodlines. And Rayne is going to have that slight advantage, having bloodlines a bit sooner. But Rayne is walled off this side of his base. He's really so open on that side, and he really doesn't want to come out here and wall, just because that's a little greedy, and he really can't afford to defend this wood line and this wood line and the front of his base all at the same time. So he's just going to wall up what he needs to. Let's see here. Got 2 archer ranges from Hera. He's just now getting enough villagers to sustain archer production from both archer ranges. Double rage for Raid. And we're seeing archers from him. More scouts coming out. And Hera's getting Town Watch, which Rayne has not yet gotten. Huh. Interesting choice from him. But I guess he could afford to do that. And he's still got a villager queued up, still got a scout queued up. And he does have more farms than Rayne does. So that's why you could afford that. And it really doesn't seem like anything great to get Town Watch. But an extra 4 line of sight? That 4 line of sight is in tiles. So say from like this tree here, if that's how far you could see, after Town Watch you could see all the way over to here. But that's in all directions. Big fight going on here on the hill. Hera has the hill, but he doesn't have the numbers, so he is going to be forced back. But line of sight, if all you could see is this tree, say you could only see that one tile. After Town Watch, you could see like all of this from one building. So that is actually pretty huge. And Forward Spearman from Rayne could be the difference here. They both have fletching. Hera's now getting wheelbarrow though. Rayne has not yet gotten wheelbarrow. These spearmen from Rayne are going to be picked off. They didn't manage to kill a scout. And this fight's definitely in Hera's favor. He's cleaned up all the archers. And yeah, he's got all the scouts from Rayne. And Rayne's going to call it. He doesn't have the military. And yeah, he's not sure what that was. I'm not sure what that was. There was really no reason for that. But it looks like they're going to do one more. We'll see if Rayne can get one victory. It's going to be difficult against a player like Hera. But we'll see if he can do it. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you amazing people. And I'll see you all in the next one.